Happy New Year. Welcome to Random Vibes with T. My name is Tanya. I pray that you all are feeling well, doing good, and walking in your truth. Well, today is January the 2nd. We're 2 days into 2024. How are you guys feeling? Good? I hope so. I pray that you had a wonderful Christmas with your family and friends or your loved ones, that you got all that you asked for and more. And I also pray that coming into this new year will be stepping into a new season in your life. Um, that's one of the things that I'm praying for myself. This 2024 is a year for me of continued transformation, truth, and transparency. And peace. With those things, how can you not have peace in your life? I'm definitely on a journey of having peace in every area of my life. I did enjoy my Christmas season with my family and friends, and just this past New Year's weekend, I took my daughter and her best friend to Williamsburg, Virginia, to the Christmas town, and they had a great time getting on rides and just enjoying the beautiful scenery, Christmas trees, the lights. Took some pictures, but because it was nighttime, then pictures didn't come out too well. If I can get a few from her to send me, I'll post some. But all in all, we had a great time in Williamsburg. We stayed at the Hampton Inn there. I forget what location, but it was so very nice. The rooms were nice. The staff was nice. It was just very peaceful. Excuse me. These year-round allergies. But all in all, I'm doing well. I'm just looking forward to just all of the excitement that 2024 is going to bring, that God has already revealed to me that's going to take place in my life. And I'm just excited about just getting started. It's like, one of those old race cars that kids used to have, and they have to rev up, go like this, and then they just let go and it just speeds off. That's the energy that I have right now. And the funny thing is, I have no idea why. I'm just truly excited about just the possibilities of everything that I know God has in store for me this year, for my kids, my family. 2023 was truly a trying year, but that's in the past now. I will not allow any of the trials and tribulations that I went through last year carry over into this year. The wisdom, the knowledge, and the experience, yes, because that was a part of my growth from that year. But none of the other nonsense or stuff I don't need, I'm not allowing to phase me in this year. If it seems a little dark, it's because I'm sitting in my bedroom. It's nighttime. I'm not sure of the time, but it's dark outside, and I just wanted to jump on for a few minutes and just wish you guys Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to more subscribers, more comments, more likes. I'm not going to allow the devil to make me feel like what I know God has guided me to do is it's failing, because I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't get a lot of views. Hey, it'll come in time. I'm a patient person, and I know that it's purposeful. For whatever the reason is, it's purposeful. But before I do get off on here today, I did have a topic. Let me get my little notes. And it was something that actually, it was a subject that I had a conversation with a few other women about trusting yourself. And I would say that was something that after my divorce some years ago, I really had to rediscover. And as you know, my channel is about self-discovery because I'm going into this phase of being an empty nester. So I'm doing all things me and learning how to trust myself. It's something that I have already conquered, but it's still something that I wouldn't say I struggle with, that I'm trying to not be a person to second guess myself. That's the phase that I'm in. I trust myself and I trust my instincts. But I will say, sometimes I have a tendency of second guessing myself, and I'm learning not to do that. But when I was speaking with these other women, I just jotted down some notes. And the consensus of what we discussed and what I feel that has helped me learn how to trust myself is just to rely on your natural instincts. And it's just as simple as that. If you are a person who are in tune with your spiritual self, you have a relationship with God, and that you start your day, or you check in with God throughout the day, I feel that will help you learn how to trust yourself and lean into your natural instincts. The main thing that I say to myself, as well as my daughter and other people that I speak with, when we were little, just learning the basics in life, about from 2 to about 4 years old, we naturally knew, with our parents' guidance, what felt right, what didn't feel right, what was good, what was bad, what was right, what was wrong. We lose some of that natural instinct as we get older due to life experiences. We tend to second guess yourself. Like I just stated, I do sometimes. But we need to get in a place where we can rely on our natural instincts, rely on that inner voice, because sometimes it's God speaking to you. It's God trying to guide you where you need to be. God telling you, instead of going left, to go right. So the main thing for me, that if something isn't settled for me within my core self, if I'm not at peace with something, it's a no for me. That's how I learned how to trust my instincts, my natural instincts. If the energy is off, if it just don't feel right, if I'm uncomfortable, if it just feels weird to my soul, I tell myself, stop, don't proceed. Now, I'm human. Sometimes my instincts can be off, but before I do anything, before I proceed, make that decision, take that action, I allow myself some time to think. And I tell people that unless it's an emergency, don't allow anyone to push you or force you to make a decision that you are not completely certain of, that you have a little doubt about. Don't allow somebody to force you into doing anything that you are not completely at peace with. So for me, I would tell people, if someone comes to me and asks something of me or asks my opinion, I would tell them, depending on the scenario, let me process that. Give me a moment to take that in. It could be a few minutes. It could be overnight. It could be a day. But again, if it's not an emergency, then allow yourself that time. Don't be on someone else's schedule. That's one thing that I have learned as I've gotten older, is I'm not going to move at somebody else's pace. Move at a pace that Tanya is comfortable with. And that's another key, being able to rely on your natural instincts. If you move at a pace that's comfortable for you, you give yourself time to digest and process that new information, that question, whatever data that you receive, and in order to make that decision. Give yourself time to think, you know. And for me, when I do take that moment to think, there are several steps that works for me. First, I take it to God. I pray about it. And then I look at if it's not causing harm to me or anyone else. It's not breaking any laws. It's not any type of safety issue. And I review the pros and cons, the consequences of that action or decision. I consider all of those things, and then I make my decision, and then I'm comfortable with it. I'm at peace because for me, I have checked all the boxes. And if God hasn't spoken to me, hasn't given me any indication not to proceed, then I will go ahead and feel comfortable with it. Sometimes for me, when I pray, God either will give me confirmation where I'm settled, I'm at peace with that decision. That's my confirmation. It could come from someone else. I could be speaking to someone not about that subject, but they touch on that subject and an action or the action that I was going to take, and that's put me in agreement with that as well. So it's different ways that you can get to a place of peace about a decision. And once you start practicing that process or a similar process, you'll lean more into trusting your natural instincts because you have a process that you're comfortable with. And I advise people going into 2024, this is the year of transformation, truth, and transparency. So with all of that, you will be faced with challenges, questions, decisions. Trust yourself. Learn how to trust yourself. Leave a comment and tell me, what things do you do to help you make a decision? What steps do you take? Do you struggle with trusting your natural instincts? If you do you know why? Do you know if it's something that happened in your past that makes you a little uncertain? I think our past does definitely affect who we are today. It doesn't really have to affect who we remain to be or who we inspire to be. It doesn't have to affect our future, because if we learn how to leave our past in the past, we can then trust our decision-making process. We can trust our natural instincts to lead us to where we need to be. So that's it. That's all I wanted to kind of talk about today. Again, just want to wish you guys a wonderful, blessed, prosperous, fun, exciting, beneficial, blessed 2024. Until my next video.